Hello everyone, this is your tutor AB. Today we're going to be solving a problem from the May 2019 IB chemistry examinations. This is a paper 2 SL question and it's open-ended. It's actually a part of a bigger question. This is part C of the 8th question. It's worth 2 marks. Let's get started. Calculate the energy released in kilojoule per gram when 3.49 grams of starch are completely combusted in a calorimeter, increasing the temperature of 975 grams of water from 21 degrees Celsius to 36 degrees Celsius. And we're allowed to use section 1 of the data booklet. Okay, so let's think about this. What is the formula for energy released? It's in your data booklet. The formula is Q is equal to MC delta T. That is your formula. Okay. Now within this formula, we can input all our known variables and solve for Q, right? Let's do that. Let's see where that gets us. Because this formula will actually give us the energy released from energy released from 3.49 gram of starch. That's what this formula will give us when we input all our variables. So let's calculate this first. Q is equal to M, which is in grams, and all our variables are in grams, so it's fine. And M is the mass, but mass of water. We're calculating the heat evolved from the water, the energy released from the water. So we're taking the mass of the water, which is 975, times the heat capacity of water, which is 4.18 joules per Kelvin. Remember, joules per Kelvin, they want it in kilojoules per kilojoules. So what I'll do, I'll write it as 4.18 divided by 1000, right? When you divide a number by 1000, you get it from the normal to a kilo variant. So this goes from joules to kilojoules when I divide by 1000. And the change in temperature, 36 minus 21. It doesn't matter that it's in Celsius or Kelvin because it's the change that matters, and the change is going to be same no matter what the unit for temperature was. So 36 minus 21 holds true. This gives us the heat evolved or energy released from the 3.49 grams, which is combusted in the calorimeter. So if I calculate this, right, I get Q is equal to, let's put this in my calculator, 975 into 4.18 divided by 1000 times 15. That gives me 61.1325. Okay, but what does this number represent? This number just represents the total energy released from 3.49 grams of starch, which is just this much kilojoules, right? They want it in kilojoules per mole, kilojoules per gram, meaning per gram of starch, how much energy released. This is for 3.49 grams of starch. I want for 1 gram of starch, 1 g of starch. So what would I do? I'll divide this number 61.1325 by the grams of starch I have, which is 3.49, and this will give us the energy released per gram in kilojoule per gram. Okay, and what does that give me? If I divide this number by 3.49, I get 17.5 kilojoule per mole. The units are correct and the answer is correct as well. 17.5 kilojoules per mole. I've given the unit correct. Everything's fine. So remember this, they asked for kilojoule per gram of starch, not for 3.49 grams of starch, for 1 gram of starch. Hence that's why I divided the total energy released by the amount of grams, and that will give me the energy released per gram of starch. Sorry, this is not per mole, it's per gram. And that's my answer. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please comment below.